If you want to break out of a lack mentality and start experiencing abundance in your life, then definitely keep watching this video. Hello everyone, my name is Rulla and this channel is all about becoming the best version of yourself. So I'm doing a series called Change Your Mind, Change Your Life, and this video in particular is all about breaking out of a mindset of lack and instead tuning into a mindset of abundance and wealth. Now, we all have a relationship with money, whether or not we know it. All money is an exchange of energy, and money only has value because we have placed value on it. But in the real world, without humans, money is really just paper. And once you start realizing that all money is an exchange of currency, and that there's an infinite amount of this currency going around, you will then look at money differently and also experience receiving money differently. I remember when I was young, my favorite thing to say was, I'm broke, I'm on a budget, I can't afford that, that's out of my range. And little did I know, just saying those things was keeping me in a mindset of lack. Just realistically speaking, we all have different levels of wealth, right? And to someone, something that is, a comfortable wage for someone else could be pennies. Money really is relative. There are so many different scales of, abundance and lack. And what I hope to show you guys in this video is we can all raise our vibration and tune into a higher mindset of wealth, okay? Now, partaking in saying things such as, I can't afford that, that's too expensive, I'm broke, I'm on a budget, just even saying those things is keeping you in a mindset of lack. Now, let me explain to you what I mean by this, okay? A lot of times we say we can't afford something, but in reality, we can. We're just not choosing to. So first off, realize that your current monetary circumstances are not permanent. Stop thinking it's this permanent thing. Some people have millions and in a matter of seconds, they lose it all. So just as quick as you can lose money, you can also gain money. The amount of money you make is flexible. It can be changed. Maybe you're at this level now, but you are more than capable of bringing that level up. And it's up to you to decide what's too expensive or what's in my range or any of those things. So before I would look at, let's say a store like Forever 21 and I'd be like, oh, I love this store, it's affordable, I can afford things here, it's within my budget, whatever. Little did I know, Gucci is also in my budget. Of course, maybe I could get 20 things at Forever 21, but at Gucci, I could afford just one. So be realistic. Is it really that you can't afford it whatsoever? Or is it that it's gonna be quality over quantity? So shift your mentality. It's not that you can't afford to go on vacation. It's that you can't afford to go to Ritz-Carlton on vacation. Or maybe you can afford to go to the Ritz-Carlton, but only for 2 nights versus 2 weeks. Accept the trade-off. Personally speaking, I would rather stay in, cook my own meals, and then once every 2 weeks go to a really fine dining, classy experience. There's other people who are okay to eat out 3 times a day, but they're going to In-N-Out, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, Del Taco. And it makes sense why at the end of the month, they're not able to afford a dinner at Mastro's or, a nice sushi place or anything like that. So keep in mind that anything is within your means if you choose it to be. You can have a Mercedes, right? But you'll probably need to drive a used car for years saving up in order to afford that. So nothing is off limits. Don't ever think, I'd love to be a millionaire, but it's not within my means. It is within your means, because if you're able to make $1, you're able to make 100, and you're able to make 1,000, and you're able to make 100,000, and you're able to make 1,000,000. It's just about the time, the place, and mindset is huge, okay? So the first thing you want to do is change your language when it comes to money. When you're paying for something, don't feel negative feelings, because once again, that's lowering your vibration. Before, when I used to spend on something that was a little bit more of a splurge, let's say like $100, I would feel very guilty and like anxious. Just so many different negative feelings would come when I was paying. And now I've totally shifted my mentality, and I always think, you know, this 100 is circulating and it's gonna come right back to me. When you have that mindset that I'm paying for this now, but a little bit down the road, I'm going to receive that same money in return, then you see that money is just being recycled, right? You're never losing money. Money is just now being circulated around before it comes back to you. So that's why I always like to think I'm never losing money, I'm never spending money, I'm just putting money in a circulation of exchange, and it's gonna come right back to me. So that's how I view money. And I never say that's too expensive. I never say that's outside of my budget. I just obviously mentally know that, you know, maybe I can afford one night in a 5-star hotel, whereas I could afford a whole week in a 3-star hotel. But I make that trade-off in my mind, okay? So don't look at other people and say, wow, they can afford designer clothes and I can't. You can as well, you've just decided not to. Maybe you prefer spending on makeup, or maybe you prefer spending on a flat screen TV, whereas that other person prefers spending on designer clothes and they prioritize that. So don't ever feel this jealousy or envy about how someone else decides to spend his or her money, because guess what? You have the same decision and you're able to make any decision you want any day. So the other thing I want to talk about is changing your relationship with money. So if you've always thought money doesn't come easy, money's hard to come by, money is scarce, money is rare, then guess what? It is, because your inner reality is reflected in your outer reality. That's why instead you should think there's an abundance of wealth, there's plenty of wealth for it to go around. I'm capable of becoming a millionaire. I'm capable of bringing in a 6-figure income. Change your relationship with money and start realizing that you have a right to be a part of this energy exchange, okay? And that it's up to you how you spend your money, what you decide to spend it on, and really the cards are all on you. If you want to save for that one splurge item, then go for it. Or you can spend all the time on trivial things and not have enough when it comes to those quality things. So that's another thing I want to mention. Quality over quantity. It's better to have 2 really high quality jackets than having 10 or 20 sweatshirts and, you know, jackets that, you know, their zipper comes out every other week. So invest wisely. The other thing I want to say is, once again, positive affirmations. Money is on its way to me. I attract money with ease. I am abundant. I have everything I need. That's literally how you need to talk to yourself. Instead of going through this cycle in your head when you say, I'm broke, I'm not gonna have enough for rent, I need to save more, I need this. Instead, flip the script. Tell yourself that money is always on its way to you, that you attract money easily, that you are worthy of money, that you are capable of bringing in a lot of money, okay? Once again, you're changing your perspective, and that in turn is gonna change your attitude and behavior. Because guess what? Those people who are always worried about being broke, not having enough, opportunities don't show up at their door because the universe knows they aren't ready for that. They're struggling. They're not ready for abundance. However, those people who are constantly telling the universe, money is on its way to me, I'm ready for money, I'm capable of, having a certain amount of money, opportunities show up in every single corner because their energy is now in tune to those opportunities, okay? So raise your vibration. Let's say when you enter a nice neighborhood, your first thought shouldn't be, I could never live here. It should be, I'm gonna live here one day. I could see myself being a resident of this neighborhood. Once again, when you see maybe an image on Instagram of someone taking a fabulous trip, feel happy for them and excited, and know that there is a trip on its way to you and that you are more than capable and worthy of going on a luxurious trip. Another thing I want you guys to do is to set intentions before you are in a scenario in which you might be presented an opportunity to make money. Set an intention beforehand. Before I meet with a client, I always tell myself, money is on its way to me. My services align with this client. I am going to help this client. I'm worthy of this opportunity. I am the best candidate for receiving this money. Whatever you want to tell yourself, put yourself in that mentality that you're worthy, that you're capable, and that you have the power to make whatever money you want to make. Another number one thing you can do to ensure abundance is to give. Give, 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 and give. Counterintuitive, because when we think of giving, we think we're losing something. You're never losing. Giving actually gives us more than it gives the other person. And when we give, we get in this state of gratitude. And actually, there's a quote that says, gratitude is the feeling of receivership. I think that's the quote, but it basically says something like, if you want to receive something, the best vibration to match that is to be grateful. Because when we receive a gift, when we receive a surprise, when something makes us really, really happy, we have this feeling of like, oh, wow, we're so lucky, we're so grateful. And so if we go through life with this feeling of gratitude, no matter what's in our bank account, we feel so darn lucky for every single penny, then guess what? We're gonna attract people in our lives who want to elevate us. We are going to naturally gravitate towards situations where there's opportunities for us. And just being in this high vibe is being in the frequency of receiving. So give when you can and feel grateful every single day, even on your worst days. Another thing, go for it. If you have an idea, if you want to start something on the side, if you want to sell some old clothes that have been hanging in the closet, do it. And know that there is opportunity for money in every corner, whether it's selling used items, whether it's getting a part-time job, whether it's becoming a contractor for a company. We all have the ability to bring in a certain amount of money. Another thing that I like is keeping trophies. What I mean by trophies is anything that, first off, cost more than your usual purchases, right? So let's say if you're used to shopping at Forever 21 and you buy something at, let's say, Burberry, that thing would be a trophy. So I always encourage people to have a trophy, whether it's a certain vacation they went on, a certain piece of jewelry, that was more expensive. For me, I'm so obsessed with rings, so I always use my rings as trophies. And all these are reminders. Hey, I was able to purchase this for myself. I can purchase anything. And having these trophies around our house or maybe on our body or, just spread around, whether it's an art piece, whether it's, you know, a paper that you published and you have it glued to the wall. Why do you think people, you know, put up their degrees and put up their certificates? Because it's sort of a trophy. It's something that once again gets you in a high vibrational frequency when you look at it, and it helps you attract that same sort of thing into your life once again. I hope this video helped. I hope that by now you guys feel more empowered. We are all capable of making the money that we wish and desire to make. So go out and do it. I'll see you guys next time.